A New York judge has ordered Donald Trump to testify in the civil investigation into the Trump Organization. Not just him, but of course 2 of his children as well. During a hearing with the Manhattan Supreme Court, Trump's attorney had attempted to argue, though, that he should not have to testify. Why? Well, because he's a member of a protected class. So I want to tell you the exchange here between attorney Alina Habba and the New York Supreme Court Justice Arthur Engoron. Habba stated, quote, "He's a protected class." Ah, what protected class is he a part of? Engoron asked. Quote, "His political speech, if he was not sitting as a Republican and was not a former president who might run again, this would not be happening. So she is discriminating against him for that." Wait, he's accused of, I mean, you know, committing fraud. I mean, look, they're arguing, though, and this is fascinating. They're arguing that since he's a Republican, he should be a protected class. You know, because the right wing isn't represented enough in our government. Weird. And hilarious. Now, the judge also found it hilarious. He explained that the traditional protected classes are race, religion, etc. Donald Trump does not fit that model. He's not being discriminated against based on race, is he? Or religion, is he? He's not a protected class. Now, of course, they went on to argue, but it's political. This is a political investigation. And that's what it is, a political case. Letitia James just doesn't like me for some reason. Well, now, the judge responded, if Ms. James has a thing against him, okay, that's not, in my understanding, unlawful discrimination. He's just a bad guy. She should go after as the chief law enforcement officer of the state. And that's, of course, from her perspective. Well, yes, when you're an enforcement officer, yes, you're supposed to go after the bad guys. Literally her job. And so Donald Trump has been accused and has allegedly done some very shady, fraudulent financial stuff in order to try to help make money for himself or to avoid paying taxes. That's it. And so, yes, if there's some alleged crimes that he had committed, then yeah, literally her job to go and investigate those crimes. That's it. He's not a protected class. But here's the irony in this entire thing. They want to be a protected class. Donald Trump wants to be a protected class. And again, they already think that they are, and that we're just not recognizing it, which again is super ironic because they happen to usually be against protected classes. Allegedly. No, this is wanting a little bit of a crumb of oppression. They want to be oppressed. I mean, not in a real way, of course. They couldn't handle real oppression. But they want to claim it. I don't know, maybe it's a kink. I don't know. Oh, press me harder, Big Daddy government, so I can complain. I don't know what it is. It's bizarre, though. It's super bizarre. But look, in reality, Donald Trump doesn't like people who are actually oppressed and supports the oppression. Trans people, black people, refugees from Central America, Muslim refugees. He opposed the Equality Act, which would have added sexual orientation and gender identity to the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Now, of course, there are Republicans that come out and say we're actually not in favor of the Civil Rights Act at all. No, there's no racism, there's no discrimination except against white conservative Republicans, Christian conservative Republicans. That's where the real oppression is. That's the real oppressed minority in this country, except it's not actually a minority. It's absolutely ridiculous. Now, that Civil Rights Act, by the way, would have banned housing, would have banned discrimination when it came to jobs, housing, credit, and for LGBTQ people at the federal level and trans people. So look, Those are the people who are actually discriminated against in this country. But disagreeing with somebody politically is not oppression. Disagreeing with Republicans or saying, hey man, you should probably stop saying hateful things against people. That's not oppression. No, what oppression is again, being able to discriminate against somebody, like firing them for no reason other than, of course, that they're gay or trans. Yes, that is actual oppression. You're keeping people from job opportunities as a result of being gay or trans or being black, for example. That's real oppression. And by the way, the people that are doing that kind of oppression, most likely right-wingers.